Thanks, Preston. Hope those badger scratches heal up nicely. For a look at the weather all around the country, we now go to the stupid talking stupid meteorologist, Patrick.
Thanks, Baron. Preston, get well, buddy. Never look a honey badger in the eye. Yikes. Okay, so this week as we roll into spring, it's going to be a little complicated. We've got the usual rain in the Midwest, as well as some warmer weather in the West here, California, where they don't believe in Jesus. As for the God-fearing South, wow. Looks like their Lord and Savior is upset with them. Yes, sir. We have tornado snow down by Kansas. That's right, Dorothy. Hold on to Toto. In Texas, we are expecting a single snowflake, so be ready for power outage, slick roads, and general looting in the shopping districts. Over here in Mississippi, we have locusts. That's right, one of the OG plagues is descending upon these guys, making it difficult to commute. And over on the East Coast, we'll see 75 and sunny in the general areas where people read books and understand how things work. Checking back in with Bear on the wildfire watch, I'll throw it to him.
Wow. Thanks, Patrick. Due to climate change, pretty much everything you wouldn't want on fire is. Forests, jungles. The bean in Chicago recently ignited, and we're not sure why. Mostly it's a real shit show. When we come back, one of these brands of soda is laced with cyanide. We're going to put Preston to the Pepsi Challenge. And now, the news.
What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid Talking Stupid on the DVM Production Empire. This is Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid so you don't have to. Oh,
Cool.
The stupid is abound.
Yep.
It's everywhere.
Yes. It's
What
right
is
in
it?
front of me.
Seasonal allergies? Because it's affecting everyone in the
It's
region.
right in front of me.
It's everywhere.
Wearing a dumb fucking hat.
Oh, you mean this championship hat for winners?
Yep.
For winners, Patrick.
Sure.
The stupid.
Yep.
All right, Patrick, quit fucking around.
Okay. Sorry.
And you think about what you did.
I will.
But real quick, just what you do? I don't know. I wasn't there. The guy said that you did something.
What?
Yeah, the guy. He said you did something.
What do you mean?
You know what you did, Patrick. I told him what you did, Patrick.
I don't know.
Patrick, what'd you do?
Nothing.
I'm hearing conflicting reports.
Okay.
Patrick, I need you to explain yourself.
Okay. That's not me.
That's you.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's you. I mean, look at the thing on the bottom of the screen clearly dictates who you are.
No. I'm local. I'm not 45, and my penis is fine. Yep.
We're going to go ahead and say agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
That's Patrick, local man, 45 years old with a flayed penis, disagreeing with the facts of the situation, which is weird that he would always do that.
Me.
I don't know why he would be so against it. The truth coming out. Patrick, have you had any stupid encounters this week? Other than normal, anything fun happened?
Not really.
No.
No, it's been relatively non-stupid.
We just had
there is something, but it's not for on air.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick. You're definitely not on the air right now.
No, I'm totally on the air.
Go ahead and say it.
No.
Go,
it's
Patrick.
Not happening. See, definitely not with that air.
I don't understand why you're so opposed to your title.
It's not my title.
It's like local councilman Patrick Newsom. They said
it's not.
Local man 45 with flayed penis Patrick Newsom.
Yeah.
That's how.
No, it's not.
If anyone ever interviews me and asks about you, 45-year-old local man Patrick Newsom with flayed penis.
That's wrong.
It's going to be,
it's totally false.
If the police are investigating something, they'll say, "Do you know Patrick Newsom?" I'll say, "Do you mean local man, 45 years old, flayed penis Patrick Newsom?"
They'll go no.
If someone from Entertainment Tonight is saying, "We are doing a deep investigation. We want to do a biopic on Patrick Newsom. I say, oh, you're doing a picture on 45-year-old local man Patrick Newsom with flayed penis? And they'll say, what? Did we just find the climax of the movie? And I said, funny you should say that. He can't due to the flayed penis.
Not at all true. Sorry.
When you were being sworn in as president, and they say, does anyone object to this man becoming president? Speak now and forever hold your peace.
That's not part of it.
And I will say,
trust me, that's not part of
it. Local man, 45-year-old Patrick Newsom, flayed penis. I object.
I don't think you could be president at 45.
I think 45 is the age you're allowed to be.
Is it really?
Yeah, I want to say how old to run for president? 35 years old. So
really,
you and your flayed penis have been able to be president for 10 years now, Patrick.
Yeah, wasted my life. No, it's absolutely fine.
Patrick, you know what's not absolutely fine?
What?
The grass in an intersection in England.
Okay.
In Ewellville?
Ewellville.
Nigel Castle, which, okay, we get it. You're British.
Jesus. That is the most British name ever.
Mm-hmm. It's right up there with Patrick Newsom, 45-year-old local man, flayed penis.
His name should be Nigel Castle, British as fuck.
Mm-hmm. I believe that's his mother's maiden name.
Right. Got it.
So Nigel, he was driving through his hometown when he saw a council worker weeding the grassy area in an intersection. The problem is the weeds were pushing through a cover of fake plastic grass.
Right.
So this very, very intelligent council worker. What?
It's just the title.
I know, isn't it great?
Yeah, really.
We started with this because I was so happy with the title. I came up for it.
It's very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They put down excuse me. The roundabout is the only one that the council said that the roundabout is the only one in its control that has artificial grass. They say that they installed the artificial grass because access issues, and it's to ensure the safety of operatives by reducing the frequency of visits. It's just a really busy area. They can't shut it down to get over there to mow it all the time. So they're like, let's just put in plastic grass, make it a little bit safer for the council to deal with. The problem is someone has now gone through with a weed whacker and cut the shit out of the plastic grass and has gone everywhere and has destroyed the grass. So now there's little plastic pieces all over the place.
Right.
We have now destroyed a local ecosystem because someone didn't want to bend over and pluck some dandelions.
Well, sometimes you got to ruin an ecosystem, I suppose.
I guess this is like the first 15 minutes of Biodome.
Right.
Just fucking everything up. You don't even know what you're doing. Yeah, they imagine they posted a picture online of this amazing work being done. So you can see how damaged it looks like fucked up carpet now.
Right.
Because this guy went through just a weed whack in the entire perimeter, and like you see like the divots and everything where he went through and hit the weeds with it. Basically, he just fucked up carpet.
Right.
You decided to take some weed whacker to a shag carpet and go, I didn't know. No one.
It was really good looking shag rug.
Yeah, I was like, you guys did such a great job cutting this grass. I didn't want it to look bad with all these weeds in it, so I was just doing my part.
Yeah, we did. He said, I'm just doing my part.
But so I'm assuming the weed whacker was also English.
Oh yeah.
So we know the sound like when America goes, wah! What does it sound like when it's in England, Patrick?
Ew.
Let's picture it wearing a tall top hat.
Yeah.
It has a monocle
mustache.
Yeah.
Ew. Here to whack the weeds, as it were.
Instead of putting it in the back of a truck when they're leaving, they put it on a penny farthing.
That's right.
That's one of those bicycles with a giant front wheel.
I know.
I know you know, but
I was gonna
Patrick,
say,
we
I know
have
what a
listeners.
motherfucking penny farthing is.
Have you ever ridden one?
No.
Have you ever seen one in person?
Yes.
Have you ever made love to one?
That's the thing I couldn't talk about.
Speaking of things we need to talk about,
yeah.
South Carolina's got this problem.
Uh-oh.
Greenville County, South Carolina sheriff is pleading with the public to help stop some terrible behavior, Patrick.
Stop fucking in this park.
Stop. They basically went on Facebook and begged people to stop fucking in the park.
Do we have the music, or did you forget it?
Did you remind me?
No.
What did I say? I said, Patrick, I need you to remind me.
I mean, we can vamp, but there should be something.
I know.
Just saying.
If you could just, I bet you can't vamp real quick. Just,
I can. I mean, well, I guess my question is, what are they doing in the park? Like, is this like
vamping? That's just interrupting me.
No, I'm just saying you need to multitask.
I am multitasking.
You would have only had the single task if you could remember it, but you didn't. So
right, but if you would have just, you know what?
No. I fear for your baby's life sometimes now. You're like, nobody reminded me to feed her. Did I not say send me a text message? Said feed the baby.
You know, I got a 10-hour loop of just the fucking
10 hours.
Yeah, I don't know why someone made a 10-hour loop of it, but that's just something that people do nowadays.
Well, we're talking about it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like, what are these days?
No. All right. Fuck it. We're just not going to use it.
That's a shame.
And you know what? Action news. It's always a hit.
So should I be doing it like a PSA, or should I be doing it like this is something like upsetting?
You know what? Go with your heart.
Okay. Let me tell you guys something. I've been in this world a long time. We go to places. We go to the park. We go to the lake. We go to the lake by the park. Never in all my years have I seen. I'll do it like a Rush Limbaugh thing. People, never in my years have I seen at the park people fucking on the benches. This is a bench that was for someone's grandma. Someone's grandma passed away. She used to like to feed the birds. She didn't like to fuck the birds. She liked to feed the birds. What was that? It's all ruined now. It's all ruined.
It's not.
No, it is. Don't fuck in the park, guys. That's it.
Look, man, I told you I got this terrible ass memory.
I know. Well, this is what we can do from now on. So we got that one because we could do like
your Rush Limbaugh,
a conservative radio Rush Limbaugh imitation,
a conservative,
or
radar.
It could be a PS. Yeah, it would have to be like stuff about like the most stupid shit. I hear there are cat boxes in the bathrooms.
There we go. Okay.
You know,
saved it. I saved it, everyone. Don't worry. Patrick fucked it up, but I saved it.
Sure.
I made a whole thing about it.
Not you came up with a whole new thing.
Yep. Philip and Evelyn would be so proud. If only they existed.
Oh yeah.
Just saying. So the Greenville County Sheriff's Office posted, on behalf of the Greenville County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Hobart Lewis, his name is Hobart, wants to share some concerning but essential information with the community regarding illegal sexual activity consistently occurring on the property of Pelham Mill Park. The Sheriff's Office has received numerous complaints over the years regarding people meeting up for sex in the parking lot, in the woods, and out in the open. Our agency has conducted extra patrols, canvassed the area, and piloted several undercover operations throughout the years. While we have made some arrests, the problem has persisted. As a result, innocent bystanders, including children, have unfortunately witnessed this activity. I know. What's someone please think of the children?
Ruined the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, but he made sitting on Santa's lap fucking crazy. he says a lot more, but one part is more importantly, I want to speak to the people who are committing these acts and simply let them know that we are familiar with the apps you use to engage in this activity. We know your intentions and to stop.
It sounds like he's trying to call out Grinder without calling out Grindr.
Right. We know you're fucking here. We know. Stop.
There's kids here.
Kids here.
On the seesaw. On the seesaw.
Inappropriate. This is a jungle gym, not a fuck gym. I don't know. I've never seen a park where I was like, I really want to fuck in that. I want to know, how sexy is this park?
Yeah.
Patrick, how sexy would a park have to be?
Oh my god. Like, so
for you
sexy.
to go at it? Like, I'm talking like
like
there's a swing set,
okay.
there's some benches, there's an awning with one of those built-in grills that are made for charcoal.
Right.
There's porta potties, not permanent toilets, just porta potties.
Right.
There's a nice little dog walking path. There's a water fountain that's both for humans and for dogs. So there's got a lower one. There's some trees.
I think sooner or later you just grow out of that. I mean, like I'm sure I used to make out at a park, but I've never been like, hey, let's get on that slide.
What does this park need to have for you to fuck in it right now?
A bed and like 4 walls surrounding it.
As a 45-year-old local male with a flayed penis,
No, not a thing.
What park amenities do you need to get going? Get it.
I really don't think that there is a park sexy enough.
Wow, look who's too good for park fucking.
Yep.
Patrick Newsom, 45-year-old local male with a flayed penis, too good for park fucking.
The worst bit ever. Go on.
You're like, I have 3 Tinder dates watching this show.
Right?
You are ruining my numbers.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to stop telling strangers I meet to listen to the show.
Pretty much
now. All right. Have you ever had a poop so bad that you killed 2 people?
No. Not
no?
that I'm aware of.
47-year-old woman from Washington City said that she was driving her Hyundai Genesis at 2 p.m. on last Saturday. She hit 2 men on bicycles competing in a race.
All because she had to poop.
Well, here's the thing, man. She said she's on medication for a number of illnesses, including irritable bowel syndrome. And while she was driving, she began to uncontrollably defecate on herself.
Oh, no.
It caused her to swerve into the bicycle lane, strike the 2 men, but then she kept on driving because she could not get her vehicle, like her poop, to stop. But the engine died a few hundred yards away. I don't know how hard you have to hit people for the engine just to die, but they deceased. They dead.
Well,
like her engine.
They did.
They did.
You know the old saying, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
You and your friend gotta go.
That's right. Should have been biking anyway.
Yeah. That's what you get for
being
being
the worst. You die in those shorts. Not a way to go.
Not flattering. No. What if it wasn't that warm that day?
Coincidentally, they shit themselves.
Have you ever had you're driving, you're kind of stuck in traffic, and you're like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. And then do you stop somewhere and use a public bathroom?
No, I do the McDonald's just stop by.
Yeah.
Yeah. McDonald's is the best.
Have you ever gotten there and then the one stall they have is occupied? In that scenario? Ooh.
I had an unfortunate. I'm also like one of those people, like if there's someone in there, like I'm not like a make noise kind of person.
Yeah.
Like I don't want them to know. Like they know what I'm doing. I don't want them to know like what I'm doing. But like I had a day where like I dangerously held it because there was somebody who was just taking their time washing their hands. And I'm just like, I want to let it go. I want to let it rip, but I just want this person to leave.
I am of the mind of, you are in here.
Yeah.
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Yeah, it was weird. It was at IO too, so I was just kind of like, you don't want to be like, hey, that guy over there. Oh my god! Like I didn't want to be an anecdote, and I didn't want to end
I
up
wouldn't
upstairs.
care. I would come out of the bathroom and lock eyes with him and be like, "You remember that for next time?
Right? You see me
Don't be
coming.
sassing me.
Better get high.
I'll get another burrito and I will hunt you down.
Right?
I'll follow you into the next public bathroom, sir."
Yeah, I don't know.
I had an instance,
I'm not a fan of the away game.
man. I tell you, sometimes you just. I'm on the God. What the fuck is it called? Like the circus stretch when the United Center is rented out for with
Yeah.
the circus. So there's a shit ton of away games for the Bulls.
Right.
Yeah, there. I mean, if you can get paid to poop at your job,
Sure.
why not?
Right.
When I worked at Best Buy, I found myself using the bathroom quite a bit. Quite a bit. I had
I
an
had a
instance.
I had a friend who, well, let's say Earl had a bathroom at had a bathroom that was very rarely used at like the school that he worked for,
Yeah,
and so it was like his personal, like essentially it was like his personal bathroom.
nice.
So much so that he had wired it up with like an access point so that he got good internet. When you're IT, you can do that, you know. But
It's like,
then,
yeah, there's just kind of a dead zone in this area of the building.
but then they had to open that bathroom up for, I think it was like something like, I think it was, honestly, I swear to God, I think it was a transgender bathroom because they're trying to be all forward. They're trying to be very forward with it. And that's great. But he's like, yeah, I'm losing my bathroom.
He's like, I quit it. Wow, what's the problem?
I'm
You took
like,
my bathroom.
he's like, another problem too. He's like, they're going to have great internet.
I have removed the access point.
Right.
Yeah, I had an instance where we were out shopping and I think we were leaving the mall. And we already got to the car and I was like, "Ooh, I have the need to go. It's okay. We're 5 minutes from the house. I'll just I'm like, I kind of have to go." And it was like right when I pulled out of the we drive around and get out to the street, and then once I'm out on the street, then it hits me. It's like, guess what, motherfucker?
Right.
This was not a slow burn. This was
photo
actually
finish.
This was a hand grenade, and I pulled the pin 3 seconds ago. So have fun. So I proceeded to drive the most reckless I ever have in my life, and Jen was in the car, and I just looked over. I said, "I'm sorry. I'm gonna drive like a maniac because I'm going to shit my pants violently." She still loves me, but
Yeah.
I drove straight. Like I went into turn lanes to go around people to go straight. I was doing 50 and 35s. I was like, I'm cutting people off. I'm like,
the worst is,
I have
have
to
you
get
been
home.
pulled over?
No.
Oh.
No, not. I have
Like
not
you
had
go,
to deal with
so
that.
you don't get pulled over. You go on like an OJ style chase all the way home.
Oh, if I was in that instance and I got pulled over, I would have just I would have just had to shit my car.
Oh.
Because I am not going to get arrested because I have to shit myself. I will I'd pay for the detailing rather than a lawyer to get me out of it.
Right.
Throw the pants away.
That hurts the resale.
I'm not planning on reselling this. I'm going to drive this car until it goes. Kind of like my bum.
Ah.
But yeah, this woman said she was admitted to the hospital the previous day and put on fentanyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she got arrested on suspicion of homicide involving criminal negligence with an automobile, driving under the influence, leaving the scene after a deadly accident, reckless driving, and improper lane travel. That improper lane travel, I would have been all over that if someone fucking caught me.
I'll tell you now, my medication, that the way that stuff works, like it's like, did you want to have carbs? Oh, okay.
The stuff that like the doctor put you on for the diet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, I've heard a lot. Is it, huh?
It's called metformin.
Oh, because I was wondering if it's the same stuff that was in that. It's probably like 10 years ago. There's this medication that came out. I want to say it was something like Ally or something like that. And it came out, and like all of a sudden you see all these advertisements for it, and people are like, "Oh, let's try it out." And then like 6 months later, you're starting to hear all these anecdotes about people just shitting themselves, because it's basically like just this medication where you take it and it makes you violently get rid of so many things in your system. I don't know if it was one of those things where, like, if you eat carbs, it's worse, or if it's just, hey, couldn't help but notice you ate today.
Yeah, well, there's a little bit of that. I mean, not anymore. It's kind of gone away. That's gone away, which is good. Which means my diet's like what I should be eating. But like, if you're eating stuff you shouldn't be eating, it's like, hey, guess what,
dude? We did a carb free March, and it was great. Like, I felt good, just all around better. But like in April now, I've been doing things where it's like, well, if I have a bad lunch, I'll have a healthy dinner. Other way around too. Fucking yesterday, I had this massive fucking plate of nachos for dinner. I felt like shit for 12 hours. Just a plate of nachos. I've had hundreds of plates of nachos, and they've been fine.
Like,
I had
nachos,
this one.
why have you turned? Why have you forsaken me?
It's like, oh no, it turns out you built up the immunity to the poison that was nachos.
Right.
And then after not eating it for a month, like not even a fucking bite of one, all of a sudden your body's like, bro, I thought we agreed we're done with this poison. I will make you shit your car. You know what? But it's not always stuff that comes out of your butt that you have to worry about.
No.
Sometimes you worry about stuff that's in the butt. A 54-year-old man in Brazil was admitted to a hospital after he was suffering from stomach pains, nausea, and constipation. He waited 2 days before seeking medical help.
Yeah.
And doctors even gave him a rectal examination. They couldn't figure out anything that was causing the problem. But they ordered some X-rays, and they found he had a little friend. It's a 2-pound dumbbell shoved up his ass. He waited for 2 days to say anything, and then went to go see the doctor. And then when the doctors found nothing wrong, he's like, oh man, what could it be? I have no idea.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's this dumbbell I shoved up my ass. Yeah, my workout was crazy.
Oof, I was doing squats, and I was like, I felt a pinch on one of them.
I just wish I had a little bit of resistance. Oh, I know. Talk about resistance. Oh boy.
Jesus Christ. He spent 3 days in the hospital. And of course, the Mac said it was a case of it being a sexual nature. Retained rectal objects represent a rare complaint in the emergency room, affecting mainly males between 20 and 40 years old, with most objects of a sexual nature, but the examiner must be aware of objects of an unusual nature. They explain that this is a problem that affects both genders, but it's mostly seen in men. Just a bunch of dudes going, God, I just really want to put that in my butt.
Right.
I know I shouldn't, but
what wouldn't it be crazy if I did?
What, you dare me? You dare me? I'll do it.
Sounds like you're daring me.
No one dared you.
No one dared.
Devin, no one dared you. Do not put that dumbbell up your butt.
I'm just saying, wouldn't it be hilarious? Are you daring me? I think you're daring me.
Very hilarious, but also don't do it. You don't have health insurance.
But you mean do it?
Oh my God.
I think you mean do it. I'm just saying, it might be crazy.
I found this list of 16 weird things people have stuck up their butt. A vibrator and a pair of tongs. So, cool. You get the vibrator, it goes up there, it gets stuck. Naturally, the thing you reach for is kitchen tongs to try to get it out. But then the tongs get stuck, and you're just kind of, it's one of those things, what's that folktale of old women swallow the fly and then swallow the frog to get the fly and then swallow the cat to get the frog, or some shit like that.
Oh God, I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's a Barbie doll got something with someone's butt. There's a pint glass that went up, the Safeway. A whole ass egg went up there. A cassette tape. This one is it's pretty amazing. Excuse me. Someone put in a cassette tape up their butt.
Cool.
We got a wine bottle, which is okay, it's cylindrical shape, but now that it's up there, how do you get it out? Patrick, you have a wine bottle up your butt. What are you gonna pull it out with? That's right, a coat hanger.
Oh God.
And now the coat hanger is stuck up there because
Yikes.
it's easy to put the hook end in, but it's one of those things where you try to pull it out, you realize, oh, the pointy end is gonna do some work.
Yeah.
Someone put
I
a
don't
jar
like
of instant coffee up their butt.
No, sir, I don't like it.
There's an aerosol can,
Yeah, no.
light bulb, classic.
Yeah.
A zucchini,
Classic.
it's a pretty erotic vegetable.
But,
A pool ball. It's a 8-ball back pocket. Someone put a Buzz Lightyear up their butt because, of course, you're going to have to.
oh, to infinity and beyond.
Mm-hmm. An eggplant.
Uh-huh.
A fork, which, rounded side in first, because the other way would be crazy, Could you imagine?
Absolutely.
Someone put a Coke bottle up there. It's a glass one, so it's respectable.
Yeah.
Now I don't know of these two, which one's worse. Patrick, which would you rather have in your butt?
Would you rather?
A live eel or a loaded handgun?
Oh, God.
That's right, Patrick. We have the hard-hitting journalism.
I'm going to go with
show.
the loaded handgun.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I just worry about,
It's a revolver.
It's a revolver. At least I don't think it's going to go off accidentally. But the eel is going to move
the eel's
around
going to
a
go
whole
off.
bunch. Oh, look at this.
What?
As always, like a dummy. What's today? Oh, hi, you're on the air.
Oh, shit. It's Thursday. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Great segment.
Perfect.
I saw the tab and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it because
Yeah, it's going to happen again.
It'll probably happen again.
It's going to happen again. Nice. Nice addition.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you to the peanut gallery.
You should call Preston back.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It'll be like,
does he know about the intro?
No.
Ask him about the badger scars.
Okay.
Or the badger wounds.
He's probably not going to pick up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
You call him. You call him again. That son of a bitch. Do I have his number? Yes, I do.
This is Preston.
Oh, hey, buddy. How are the badger scars? Are they all right?
The badger scars?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to talk about that on air.
Oh,
but
okay.
They're better than what they were last time.
Yeah.
Get it closer to the mic.
Yeah. Can I ask what brings that up?
What?
Can I ask what brings up the badger scars?
Oh, you should have listened to the show.
Oh, big fan. Huge fan. #1 fan. I've got T-shirts. I've got leggings. I have a cozy that I'm holding right now. It says the title of the show on it.
Oh, yeah?
What's the title of the show?
Yeah.
What's the title of the show?
Badger scars, right? What show are you doing tonight? Are you guys doing Stupids right now?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, hell yeah. Tell Bear he's freaking amazing, and I miss that guy.
Tell Preston I hate him with every fiber of my being.
He hates you with every fiber of his being. Have you noticed that he has unfriended you on Facebook?
I'm sure that's not what he said. I'm sure he said only kind things. If I know Bear, he always says nice things.
Preston O'Phil, 36-year-old local man, flayed penis.
There it is. Change it up. There we go. Now we know. So at about 34 minutes, when we're done with this, go about 34 minutes into the show, and then you'll be able to hear all of his responses.
God damn it. All right, will do. Call me after the show, okay?
Okay.
No, we're friends again on Facebook.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a friend requested him the next day.
And he was like, yes!
Just like every Thursday, I can just unfriend him.
Right.
Just
it'd be like, you'll be refriended if you could tell us the first story of the show.
Earn my love.
Earn it.
Earn it. I am your father. All right. You ever seen a sweet ass cane sword?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, imagine trying to go through TSA with that.
yeah, probably not.
Yeah, there's a gentleman trying to board a flight. Um, what is it in Boston's Logan International Airport? He said he had no idea the blade was in there. He just
This is
he surrendered the cane
this
and
isn't my normal. This isn't my normal cane,
yeah, my normal one has a gun in it.
right?
I've had a sword cane. They're not as cool as you think they are.
I could imagine.
No, Patrick, you specifically have said how much you want to have a sword cane and how cool they are. I'm here to tell you, no, they are not.
Okay,
They are a
then I no
great
longer
prop
want
for
one.
a costume, but in practicality, it's just not. It doesn't work.
No,
No, it's very loud. Like, I mean, I got like a costume one, so it's not like whatever. It
right,
was basically a giant toothpick that had the dullest point on it. Like your fingernail could hurt more probably.
right.
And like the attachment was kind of loose, so if you walked with it at all, like even if you did anything with it, if other than holding it completely still, it would rattle. I was like, this is not nearly as badass as I was made to believe.
Right.
Um, have you ever taken anything through the airport and didn't realize it till afterwards?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. I wasn't. Well, they stopped me. I got through O'Hare, but I did. Wasn't getting through back from Vegas though. I had a. I had like a blade to like a jigsaw in my backpack because I'd use my backpack to like take like a jigsaw somewhere and put it in the backpack,
Okay.
and then the extra blade was in the little pocket. And I took the jigsaw out, but not the extra blade. And then they found it, and I go, "Oh shit!" They're like, "Do you want to mail it back to you, or what do you want?" I'm like, "No, get rid of it. I didn't even know it was in there." I go, "I got through O'Hare with this. Like, I can't believe it."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got through. I want to say it was O'Hare. It might have been Midway. It's so long ago. It's hard for me to remember. I got through. I had my laptop bag, and at the time, I would have random things in my laptop bags because I'd be going on road
Right.
trips or whatever. So I'd have small things, and like I'd be using it for work. One of the things I have in there was a small razor blade that was like one of those. It's like a long rectangle, and you put the blade in it, and it slides in
Yep.
and out.
Yeah.
It's a simple box cutter that
Yeah.
I'd use
Well.
for work, and I had it in the top flap of my laptop bag. I got through the Chicago airport, whichever one it
Right.
was. I got through that totally fine. No one said anything. It was when I was flying back from Minneapolis that I just put it down the conveyor belt, and then I see the woman that's looking at the screen just goes like a little headset. I was like, "What? Like what did I do? What happened? Did someone prank me?"
Right.
And then she goes, "What's this?" I said, "I have no idea." They go and they pull it out, and it's the knife. I'm like, "Oh my god! I flew through Chicago with that. How did I get through?"
Right.
It wasn't buried. It wasn't like hidden with anything. It was the top flap. So when you scan it, it's the first thing the scanner sees.
And that, I mean, the whole fact of the matter is, it's like that was like the weapon of choice for freaking 9/11. You think they'd
Mm-hmm.
be like, box cutter? Really?
Mm-hmm. This was like 12 years ago. So it's not like it's been forever since it happened. It was pretty fresh.
Yeah, no.
It was less than a decade after it happened. So people were
And this
paying
guy wants to bring
attention.
a whole sword through.
Whole ass
Like,
sword.
what? I didn't know. How did I got through O'Hare with that thing?
Speaking of not knowing about things, there's a home in Fairfax, Washington,
Okay.
a 5-bedroom home that's listed for a steal at $800,000. Patrick, all the other houses in the area are going for over $1 million.
Okay.
It's a 5-bedroom home. It's fantastic. It's right by Trader Joe's and Home
Sure.
Depot.
Uh-huh.
The
Location
owners, they only want
location.
cash offers. The home needs a little bit of work. It's sold as is. It's nothing crazy, but there's one little caveat when it comes to the sale.
Yeah.
Um, the home will convey with a person living in the lower level with no lease in place. You can't see the lower level. So there's a basement with this home that there's no pictures of. And there's at least one, if not two, people living there. They said the listing agents said the basement resident is someone who weaseled her way in and has been there for about 3 years with perhaps another person living with her. The tenants, for lack of a better word, have no lease and aren't paying rent. The current owners are just not the type that can financially afford or emotionally deal with eviction. So they just had someone break into their house and just call dibs on the basement, and they're
I live
like,
here now.
and they're like,
No, you
we
don't. Yeah, I
can't,
do.
we can't do anything about this.
Oh God, our hands are really tied.
Ugh.
Well, they're gonna be
It's
when they decide to
yeah.
take over the living room.
We have chosen to annex the laundry room.
No.
No, we have. It's ours now.
Oh,
Spit on it. It's mine now.
Oh, how did he spit on it?
Yeah, that's dibs in my language.
Is that dibs?
I'll cut you.
I think they got a box cutter.
Don't look at me. I got food through hair with this.
You got through hair with it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we just gotta. I don't know. I guess we'll do the laundry outside. All right.
We annexed the backyard too with the clothesline.
Honey, we gotta.
We annexed your wife.
Honey.
I'm sorry. I'm a basement person now.
It belongs to the basement now. It's like
we all float down here.
Yeah.
It's because there's been some flooding.
Yeah.
And since we're not really tenants, we can't call in a plumber. There's a whole...
Right. We're not really emotionally prepared to deal with that.
Somehow the house already has one offer, and the agents are expecting 2 more by the end of... Well,
yeah, because I'd be like, yeah, I got money. You got $800,000 cash to throw down on a house.
Mm-hmm.
You can
in a booming area.
You can evict some people.
A little bit of work in there, you can easily flip it for get an extra $200,000 out of it.
All you need is a rabid raccoon. Just throw it down there and be like, all right, go get him.
They say the renovation that's needed is a leaking toilet, some window frame rot, a questionable deck. Rip out the carpet to expose some hardware floors underneath, up to the kitchen.
Person or person's extraction.
Oh, yeah. The agents say, like, on top of all the work that you need to do to the house, you also require the patience to deal with an eviction. The agents have drawn a picture of the basement for one interested party, and they said, well, it's really in no worse shape than what we've seen upstairs. Right, except downstairs has a hobo that has claimed the land for themselves. How do you not, how long does someone live in your basement before you notice?
Well, my question is this. Why don't you call the sheriff and say, we have trespassers?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But at this point, they've been there for 3 years. They are legally tenants now. I think it's you have to establish residency. You can either do that by staying somewhere for a certain amount of time or getting your mail changed to deliver there.
Well, obviously you start getting mole person letters.
Yeah.
You're just like, wait a minute. What?
We got mail going to Sherry and Terry Johnson and then mole person David.
Yeah.
Who's this mole person? And
I don't know, but I leave it on the table and then it just goes away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't throw it away or anything because it's mail,
It's like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
I'd like to go tell him to leave, but I don't think I'm emotionally capable.
You just see hands reaching up from the vents going, mate.
It's like, ever see the people under the stairs? Ugh.
Man, I swear how, Patrick, if someone laid claim to your basement, what's the first step you take when you go downstairs and you're like, what are you doing? They're like, I live here now. Your door was open, so I walked in and now I live here.
I said, all right, well, we all live together and we don't wear pants.
This has officially become a commune.
And we cuddle too.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking cuddle. The person's like, yeah, I'm into it. I'm like, get out of here.
The newest person's always big spoon.
Right?
My dad hasn't been little spoon.
Honestly, I just sent Brendan down to talk to them.
You know what? You need to meet my sister. She's lovely.
Yeah, she's going. She's going to come down and say hi. The next thing you know, I'm out of here.
You're holding the basement door. No. You want to live there.
No.
Actions have
Yep,
consequences.
that's right. Ask her about her day. Seriously, do it.
You just open the door. Hey, Brenda, how's your day? Clam. Oh, let me tell you.
My God. And it's like, she's one of those people, like, you find out what the weather is. You find out, like, what she was wearing, what she was thinking about wearing, but decided not to wear because of the weather. And, like, the whole thing. And you're just like, is there an intermission in this story? Because I could really use something to drink and go pee.
All I was asking was, did you get the paper?
I was going, Congress doesn't take this long. Let's go. My dad does the same thing, too. My dad, Christopher, and my sister, they all have to
The
do
phone,
like
you
this whole-
pervert.
they have to do this whole thing. And I'm just like, dude.
Speaking of the whole thing, you know NFTs? Crazy, man.
Sure.
So, Jack Dorsey, we got... This fucking allergies are kicking my ass, man.
Dude, I know.
So the very first tweet he sold as a NFT. There's this guy, he bought the NFT of Jack Dorsey's first tweet for $2.9 million. So last week, he went to go resell that NFT, and he was looking to get about $50 million for it, and he was going to donate half of it to charity. So, you know, he's not a bad guy, Patrick. He's donating $25 million to charity. He spent $2.9 million on getting the thing in the first place, so it's a solid investment. Put it up for auction, and then guess how much money it pulled in?
$20,000.
$280.
Wow.
This guy spent $2.9 million on the NFT of Jack Dorsey's first tweet, the first tweet on Twitter, and someone's like, "I'll give you like $280 for it."
He's like, sold.
Well, no, he's like,
very good. I think we did very well.
it was an auction, and he's like, okay. Well, I'm not going to sell it for that price. So if I get a different price, then I'll be fine. But that I'm just.
Well, yeah, you can pull it off and be like, no.
I know, but after it ended, I feel like that's kind of bogus. Like,
Yeah,
you get removed from eBay for that kind of shit,
right? Wow. The next bullshit he brings, Sotheby's will probably be like, no.
Yeah, he said the deadline I set was over, but if I get a good offer, I might accept it. I might never sell it. You might never sell it because you don't want to lose $2.9 million on it.
Right.
You want to try to gain your money back, but it ain't gonna happen. And since that, he's since gotten so like some people have been making offers now. It's like at $4,000, but still, man, people
Still
just do not
no.
want.
Like,
Here's a crazy thing about it.
took a
if that-
$2.5 million hit.
If that tweet gets deleted, the NFT is completely useless.
I would if I was him, I'd delete it. I'd be like, no.
Yeah, if this guy's like talking shit, I'm like, oh, I'll delete it.
Delete, undo.
I will. I'll tell you what, I won't delete it if you give me $2.9 million.
Right.
That's extortion. But you know what? Who gives a shit? No. Ooh, this guy. Patrick, there's been a crime wave recently in Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah.
I know we keep talking about it. Police are investigating after multiple people were assaulted. They're saying that people were hit in the face with plates of whipped cream. Someone's going around.
You never know.
Give him a pie to the face. Officer said a woman was walking on the sidewalk pushing her child in a stroller when a man hit her in the face with a plate of whipped cream. They have since released a photo of the suspect.
That's not true.
That's 45-year-old man.
No.
Patrick Newsom.
That's
Flat
not true.
penis.
No.
No, actually, the picture of the guy
It's a
is
good photo of me. I don't care what anyone says. Okay.
He could not be happier with it. A
I know.
plate
He's
full of
like,
whipped cream,
look what I'm gonna
can in
do.
hand.
You know
And
what
he's
I'm
like,
gonna do?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Creepy.
I mean, like it would definitely suck. I'd be upset if someone, hit me with a plate of whipped cream. But like, there are way worse things that people could be doing.
Absolutely.
It does not excuse it at all.
No.
But it made it on this show. We covered poop murder and pies to the face.
Right.
You get everything. When you check out Stupid's Talking Stupid, we give you the whole spectrum of crimes.
That's right.
Speaking of which, you hear about this driverless car that fled the scene after being pulled over?
No.
There was
Oh shit, I'm out.
It's a driverless car got pulled over in San Francisco. All right.
Okay.
It was it's a Chevy something. What the fuck's it called? It'll say on the side. I can't read it. Cruise.
Yeah.
It's a Cruise, right? So they're mapping stuff. They got the cameras on top to map things. There's no one in the car. It gets pulled over and it just flees the scene. Said, I'm out. Bye. So even driverless vehicles are running from the cops. It's quite impressive that even just the robots are like, yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah. I don't respect you and your ways.
I was like,
your laws don't apply to me, copper.
I'm unarmed and I don't want you guys to plant something on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and flee.
Like the guy's got his club out, like he's ready to be like, stop resisting.
Just starts hitting the tires. It's like, you gotta break his knees.
Right.
Tase it. Tase the car.
Now, so it's a self-driving car, so someone's not driving that thing.
There's no one in the car whatsoever.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
it's not remote control.
It's not like a drone.
It is self-driving. It's got all the cameras on there. And now I don't know if all the cameras are on there for mapping purposes like Google Maps or if it is just a bunch of sensors to test the car out.
Oh, it's definitely a bunch of sensors because it needs to know and stuff. It's not like it can look.
Right. No, I understand. I'm trying to see if it's double action.
Right.
If it's just out for a test drive, I would say it's quite possibly failed. It was driving around without its headlights on in the dark.
Right.
So there's no car or there's no driver, no headlights on, and it's just creeping up on people, running from the police. This car is a menace to society. We have to get it off these streets.
You think it would have an auto function?
Patrick, it is on auto.
I know, but I'm just saying, with the lights, you put the lights on auto.
So the company said that they have adjusted the issue where it wasn't turning on its lights. I'm like, can you also adjust the issue where it doesn't run from the police? They try to say that, oh no, it knew it got pulled over.
It eludes capture.
It was trying to pull off to the side where it wouldn't be, causing issues. Like it was already pulled over, and then it drove further away and pulled over again, but this time put its emergency flashers on.
Right. I was gonna say it turned the hazards on. It's fine.
It's okay. No. I didn't flee from the police. I was just my hazards were on. I understand I drove 14 miles, but my hazards were on. I wasn't fleeing. I was getting to a safe location.
Your Honor, I'm just a caveman. I see cars and I want to run for my life. This one had no driver.
I thought you were going to make the argument that the car was a caveman.
No. It's one of my favorite Phil Hartman sketches ever, Caveman Lawyer. Have you ever seen that?
No, I forgot about it.
So good.
It's so long ago since I've seen that.
Every closing arguments was always, Your Honor, I'm just a caveman. I'm not familiar with your ways.
Speaking of not being familiar with these ways, job benefits, what are those? Am I right?
Right.
There's a Cyprus-based adult website that's it's called Strip Chat. They have started offering some interesting staff benefits.
Wow.
They have There's some people they get like a 401k, other people get paid time off. This company, however, decided to offer its 200 employees pods that they can masturbate in while they're at work.
Cool.
It's an Oculus Rift, so it's like a whole 3D thing. You get a half an hour in the jerk cube. It's like, hey, I know you had a busy day, and after lunch, tell you what, I booked you a half an hour in the jerk pod. You seem like you're a little stressed, but I don't want you to worry about your deadlines. I don't want you to worry about the productivity. Just go ahead and just take 2:30 to 3:00 just to really let some steam out. Patrick, would you use a jerk pod at work?
No.
It's like, this is the person who doesn't want people to know he's pooping while in the stall.
Yeah. You think I'm going to be like, by the way, I'm masturbating over here?
Your email, you have an auto reply. Oof, sorry. Until 2:30 Central Standard Time, I am busy masturbating at the office.
It would probably just say, gone and jerkin.
Gone jerkin?
Gone jerkin.
Yeah, employees will be given a 30-minute break during work hours to use the pods with the goal of providing current and prospective employees with a safe, comfortable space to rub one out. Is that a thing that people are requesting on LinkedIn, is safe, comfortable spaces to rub one out at work?
And so I'm almost there with you. I agree on the salary and
Okay, that's real
some
good.
of the benefits packages, but my last, this is just a caveat that I have. Is there a safe place for me to
park? Oh yes, there will be parking spaces for everyone.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about is there a quiet, safe place where I could just
there's meeting rooms. They'll be quiet, like, so that way the soundproof.
No, like that. Like I'm gonna have a meeting of sort. It's gonna be a one-on-one meeting. If you will.
Yeah, these are good for conference calls. They're good for one-on-one meetings. They have blinds, so you don't have to worry about people interrupting you.
I agree with that, but I would.
You don't want to worry about it's like I'm here in a meeting. I don't want to be jerked around.
Well, that's where I'm getting to it. Is there a good place where I could just just rub one out before lunch?
Do you mean like have a quick meeting before lunch?
Oh, there'll be a meeting. Like I said, it's a one-on-one kind of thing. It's like a one-on me. Just some alone time. I could rub one out, and then I could just go to lunch. Like it could come out of my lunch time. Like I don't need a full half hour to eat. Like it's usually 25 minutes. So I would go, I would say hi to Mr. Happy, and then I would go to lunch.
Okay, well, I guess I'm confused because we don't have anyone named Mr. Happy that works here.
No, I'm talking about my dick.
You're hired.
You've got
spunk. Wait.
And I'm trying to get rid of it.
Strip Chat is also leasing the pods out for up to $50,000 for 6 months, with the option of adding a VIP subscription to the platform.
Does it come with a steamer? Like,
it's equipped with an Oculus Rift VR headset and a 4K LED screen and accessories like lotion, lube, and tissues.
Right. Just
would you want to be the second person in the pod? It's like, hey, we're debuting this thing. First. No one's ever been in. I'll go first.
I'm first.
For dibs. Because anything after that is, I don't care how much you clean it.
No.
If it's gonna be forever unclean. Just a masturbation chamber. That's pretty cool. You know what else is cool, Patrick?
What?
People that have snakes. Actually, I lied. They're not cool at all. If you have snakes, you're dumb.
My friend had a snake growing up, and I was like, "What are you gonna do when this thing gets too big?" He's like, "Well, you'd donate it to the zoo or something like that." I was like, "Because after a certain it was like a ball python. Like as soon as
so it goes to live on the farm, but for real."
But I was just like, so you're essentially just growing this just to donate it to like a zoo? You know, like you got to feed it mice and you got to do the whole thing. And
So a Maryland man is found dead in his home, along with 124 caged snakes.
nope.
Some of the snakes kept in meticulously kept cages throughout his home were exotic and illegal. He had rattlesnakes, cobras, black mambas, and a 14-foot long Burmese python.
Phew.
One of these 124 snakes is a murder suspect. He was David Riston, 49 years old, was found during a welfare check. And at the time, the authorities are like, there's no way he got killed by one of the snakes. Like, they're all in their cages. They're all fine. It's whatever. So something happened where he probably was like reaching into a cage to put one of the snakes back or to feed him or whatever. He got bit and then he did.
Ugh. Nope.
Exotic animal experts removed all the snakes the day after he was found. So it sounds like they got rid of the evidence.
Evidence.
I hate you so much. How many snakes is it okay for a single man to own before it's weird? 4? Because like
one. I think one's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I am not a fan. I don't understand it, but like I don't get it.
We went to a reptile show once because my dad's like, I want to go like see a reptile thing, take pictures and everything like that. And I'll just never forget. I'm sitting there at one point in time, like someone's got this gigantic lizard. He's like, oh wow, look at that. And I was like, yeah. It's like you just wouldn't think you'd see something like that, like here. And I was like, it's a reptile show. That's exactly what you'd see. And he's like, I know, but I got nothing like that huge, like things like Komodo dragon size. And you're just like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, because when a single woman owns cats, how many until she's a cat lady?
Cat lady. I think 3.
Yeah. Because like one
okay, one cat,
whatever.
Cat,
you have 2.
Friend.
Well, they have a friend.
The other one company.
Yeah, but then you have 3. You're like, okay, hold on, Stacy, what are we doing here?
This isn't a band.
You can get on Tinder.
Yeah, like don't give up.
Don't do it.
My friend Eileen had this cat named Smokey, and this thing is just a shit. Like the thing like bites
2
her
packs a day,
and like fucking bites her. I'm like, it literally bites the hand that feeds her. And she's like, oh, he loves me. I'm like, no, he doesn't. He abuses you.
Understand him like I do, okay? He's different when other people are around.
Yeah.
I am not a cat person. People are like, oh my God, I have the best cat. I'm like, cool.
So I had a good cat.
Pile of garbage. Congratulations.
I had a good cat growing up. His name was Mo. And he went inside and, he went out. He was an indoor-outdoor cat. And one thing I liked about Mo is like when he'd be outside and my mom, I don't even know if I've ever told this story on the air, but it's so one night I come in and my mom's always trying to get the cat in before she goes to sleep because then it decides it wants to come in and it just starts meowing. But normally it waits for me to come home. So my mom's trying to get the cat in, and then I guess somehow she successfully did. And I came walking in the house, and I was like, "Where's the cat?" You know, because he wasn't waiting on the porch for me. He normally is waiting. And she's like, "Oh, I let him in." I go, "Oh, okay." And then I look at the cat, and I was like, "That's not my cat.
That's a horse."
No, it was another tabby cat, but it was just like my mom's version of like all tabby cats look alike. I'm like, that's not Mo. I'm like, that's not Mo. And I'll never forget my mom goes, "Morris, is that you?" And I was like, well, what do you say?
You've caught on to me.
Yeah, I am not the cat you think I am.
I am not the cat you think I am.
But yeah, so I go and I open the door and there's Mo sitting outside. And then I kind of like wrangle that other one out. And then Mo kind of looks at the one as it goes by and it looks up at me like, the fuck was that?
I'm gone for 10 minutes. You replaced me?
Right?
I went to the store. I really got milk and cigarettes.
He was always a really good cat. Like I'd sit there and my mom would be yelling for him to come in. She's like, "Mort, get in the house. Get in this house. Get in the house." And they just sit there, tail swishing back and forth. And then I'd go, "Hey," I go. It's just my favorite thing. But the one thing about the cat, though, it's like one day he just left the house. He went outside. He was getting old and everything like that. He went out and he just never came back. I like to think he just moved away. He's just like,
Well.
I'm over this place. I got to go somewhere where it's warmer.
I tell you
But-
about my mom's cat Chubbs.
Yeah.
Dude, this cat was the fucking worst. Well, we lived in this one house, and then it was the neighbor's cat, and they just straight up didn't want her. She would always come in and hang out, and we're like, oh, okay, whatever. Just like just kind of hanging out. The neighbor's like, yeah, fuck it, you can. I don't want it.
However.
So when we moved, we brought the cat with us. She claimed the basement, and like I was scared to go down there because she would. I didn't want her to attack. Yes, that's what I said. I did not want that cat to fucking attack me. Like she'd swipe at you. But my mom would let her out and she'd go explore in the neighborhood, whatever. There was one time she said one of the neighbors, this old woman, she looked up the street and she saw her pick Chubbs up and start walking away. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and claim this cat. She's like, you don't know how much of a bitch that cat is. And sure enough, Chubbs just fucking attacked the shit out of her and came like trotting back to the house like la 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 la.
You see what that bitch did?
You see that? The audacity on this bitch. Come on.
I gave her what for?
Mm-hmm. Years later, they found the cat flat in the street.
Oh.
It's enough to make you want to blow up the world.
Don't.
All right, I won't. Because solar powered energy is kicking some ass right now.
Good.
Research leader for a Swedish university, his name is Kasper Moth Poulsen. He's a professor at the Department of Chemistry and Chemical Engineering at Chalmers.
What?
They have had this a breakthrough where they've been able to capture and store solar energy for up to 18 years.
Wow.
And it's a very, very small device that they're saying it could be used for, let's see, they said they could be used in like headphones, smartwatches, telephones. They are able to do it basically a proof of concept. Like they created this storage system back in 2017. It's known as MOST, Molecular Solar Thermal Energy Storage Systems.
Jesus.
They refined it and they finally got a way where they can store it up to 18 years. So they loaded they sent the molecule that they made, low solar energy, to colleagues at a Chinese university, and then the energy was released and converted into electricity using a generator they had developed. So basically they stored energy in Sweden and then sent it basically sent electricity over to China. So now they found a way. There's no carbon emissions for this. It can be used. Like the biggest drawback with solar technology right now is when it's dark out,
right,
or there's low UV days, like super cloudy days or whatever. So you need special technology to capture those. But with this system, they found a way to store energy for up to it could completely replace batteries as we know it. And it's just a really fucking cool thing. They're able to figure it out. It's the science behind it is way beyond my understanding.
Yeah.
They can use solar energy to produce electricity regardless of weather, time of day, season, or geographical location. They say that right now solar energy is a variable renewable because pretty much just works when the sun shines.
Right.
Well, let's see. How do they explain it? I don't even think I highlighted it because I couldn't understand half the words in it. But basically, they just created a new molecule, or like a way they bonded molecules together. They arranged them arrange them in a different way. A molecule made up of the same atoms, but arranged together in a different way. The isomer can then be stored in liquid form for later use. So they could store sunlight as a liquid to be turned into energy. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's like the plot of like that Keanu Reeves movie to an extent, only instead it was water.
John Wick?
No, chain reaction.
Hmm.
It's like they found out that you could turn the water molecule into fuel.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
That was gonna be like The Saint with Val Kilmer and
Yep.
the cold fusion.
The cold fusion.
Cold fusion.
Cold fusion. All right. Well, on that note, that's going to do it for this week. Where can they find us online?
You can find us individual on Twitter. Ooh, excuse me. At Patrick News 42.
Cold fusion.
That's Patrick. At Hunger's a Bear. That's me. You can find the video version of this podcast on Facebook and YouTube by searching for Stupid's Talking Stupid. You can follow and subscribe accordingly. The audio version is available iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all major podcasting platforms. For everything about the podcast, go to www.stupidstalkingstupid.com.
And you can find all the other stuff we do on dvmpe.com. So that is going to do it for this week. For Stupid Talking Stupid, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear.
And we'll talk to you later.
I'm on my break.